Okay. So on today's Stool Talk, we have a special guest with us, Mr. Braylon Foster, one of my former tight close friend, Brandon Foster's son. We came up playing basketball, football, and everything together. Um, yeah, and this is, as I was thinking about this interview, it kind of had put me in the mindset of why I wanted to start like sharing different things and speaking out and different things like that. Like we went to Wash, your mom went to Wash your dad, but me and your dad played football. So we went to Wash. We sat on these stools right here. That's why it's called Stool Talk. We sat on them stools. We had conversations about life, about sports, adjusting, and just looking back and seeing how far we came from. And we kind of developed a real close, tight bond through that. Because, high school sports, as you know right now, you work hard, you play, you find your niche, you excel. Going to the next level, as in a couple of years, you'll get ready to see that it goes up and not. So it's more work, it's different obstacles and things you have to, see. So my first question to you would be, what does family mean to you?
Well, family means a lot to me. They always like care for me. They do stuff without asking. They're always there for me, honestly. And they've been there for me, like taking me to practice, taking me to games, supporting me. It means a lot.
Okay. What inspired you to play football and basketball?
I'm probably gonna have to say my dad because he played college and high school. I'm always look up to him because my football number is 86. That's what he had in college or high school. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. When I have first ever seen you play and I seen it, I said, okay, you following the number, you follow. Do you feel pressure? Do you feel pressure of any kind of following his footsteps?
Honestly, not really.
Okay, that's good. Do you hear the story? Because I know your dad real humble. Do you hear the stories and know how good your dad was? Basketball, football, track, and how fast he was?
Yeah. Oh, he always talk about Track saying he could beat me right now, but I don't know
Hey,
about.
I was wondering that too. And when I was thinking, I'm like, man, I wonder how they ever raced and got it in. But yeah, he was definitely. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. We had practice at Washington College, so the offense is on one side, and they put your dad on the other side. Your dad made practice get canceled. He was disrupting the backfield, stopping the running back. The quarterback couldn't even get to play. Our coach Dennis said, "Get him out of here! Everybody's just going back to the locker room." Like disrupting practice, man. It was a force, man. So a lot of people know that 86 from getting hit hard and quarterbacks running around. You know what I mean? Running around trying to avoid him. So it's gonna be good. Okay. How did your dad's experience as a multi-sports athlete influence you on your career?
I mean, at first I just wanted to play basketball, but then I tried football. My dad always encouraged me. He was always coaching me, giving me advice, how to get better and all that. Like basically giving me tips of like what he did in those days and all that. So yeah.
Okay. How do you find time to balance academics with sports during the season? Because I know you're a great athlete, and that's why I chose you as one of my sports spotlight. Because I know in the classroom it's good to excel as well on the field and on the court, and you exemplify that. So, how do you find time to balance that?
Honestly, like if I got any assignments coming up, I get them done that day. That way I ain't got to worry about them. That way I can focus on sports when I get home and school when I'm at school.
Okay. What do you hope to achieve in your high school career in sports?
I would say maybe try to break a few records for the school, whether that's football or basketball, and just try to be a great student.
Did you always have that mindset? Because you said break records, so that means you're thinking big. You're not thinking I just want to be a good player. No, you want to be great. It sounds like in your voice that you want to be great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. So do you plan on pursuing basketball or football in college, playing both, or
definitely. Yeah,
definitely? We had conversations. I was, had the ability to be invited to this sports panel group in the city of Toledo. We had all the former high school greats, alumni. Some played in the NFL, the NCAA, and the NBA as well. And they were talking about how kids this day don't really play multiple sports as it was me and your dad growing up. We played multiple sports, and here you're doing it at a high level on the field, on the court, competing. what would you say to other athletes that want to, but they don't think they can do it, and so they stick to one when they're limited in their options? Because when you play two sports, you have an option that I can get a scholarship at basketball, football, or even both. What would you say to give them motivation and encourage that they can do it as well as you do?
I just say like all the benefits of playing both sports. I mean, you get better at conditioning for like the other sport, or like something, and that's what benefits the other sport, basically. So I would say,
Yeah.
give them.
What when you first started playing basketball, what drew you to know that you had a love for it?
I'm probably going to have to say like and like watching the NBA. So I remember watching the 2016 NBA Finals when it was Cavs was down 3-1, and that block that LeBron had on Andre Iguodala. Like I just loved just seeing that happen. I just love playing the game.
Yeah. You answered my next question too. So we on the same page. Your favorite basketball memory. So I already know this, but for the people that don't know this, what's your favorite NBA basketball player?
Giannis.
Giannis. Y'all kind of similar because you got two younger brothers, right? Even though I think he got three, but he got brothers, so they're going to be following your lead, looking at you. How important is it to be a good role model for your little brothers? Because you know they're looking at every step you do, everything you do, getting on your nerves sometimes, but you know that you're going to be their biggest role model.
Yeah, I think it's very important to be a good role model for my brothers. I mean, because I can't just like not be there, not teach them, or like not give them advice on how I did it or how they could do it. So I think it's good to be a good role model.
Yeah. So what school and team do you play for?
I play for Perrysburg.
Perrysburg. Hands team, no drops on that receiver, right?
Sure.
So I'm gonna give you your flowers. Like I said, man, you doing a great job. Continue to do hard work on the court and on the field, man. I used to see your film that your parents, because they do a good job displaying, so we get to see it. And you running routes, you catching the ball, you're intense, you catching it with your hands. Most people catching it with their body. I'm seeing you going up with your hands. I'm seeing you making plays, big plays to lead to victory, but you still so humble. What keeps you humble to want to say, okay, that was that play, I did that, keep going? The same on the court. I see you go coast to coast, spin move, layup. You might get excited, but then you back on D. What keeps you humble like that?
Honestly, just the fact that people is better than me. I got to stay humble. I just got to get my head down, keep working, so I can't get better than those people. But I always know there's always going to be people better than me, more talented. But all I know is I'm just going to work harder than them, basically.
Yeah. So I see also you work hard. I see it be different times during the day when most people playing the game on social media. You working, doing drills, running and doing that. What drives you to make you compete? I know you say it's somebody better, but it's actually people that know that but don't do it. So what gives you the will to do it?
Just to see the improvements in my game. Like if I'm working on my shot, make more shots in the game, working on my defense, play better defense. Just seeing that like improvement each and every game.
Yeah, that's good, man. Well, I appreciate this. I want you to keep working hard, man. Everybody be on the lookout for Braylon Foster, Perrysburg High School. Football, basketball, sky's the limit for you, young man. Like I'm saying, I talk and message your dad, and he keeps me up to day two as well as you do, man. You hungry, you got a love for the game, and that's what's good. And you actually a good student in the classroom. More people need to know that, man, and just to see what the youth is doing for they can get motivated, or other people, parents who kids might not be that good, that say, hey, I need to know what it takes for my kid to be put in a position so like that they can be able to listen to you, they can be able to respond to you, because God has blessed you with the ability to be able to play basketball, to be able to go to school and have good knowledge and understanding as well. And that's what it's about. And then the family aspect, people need to know that, because family is everything. The first year I ever played football, here's a gem for you. Your granddad took me canning with us when I played for the McKinley Broncos. My first year I played, we went canning. So I got to see how teamwork forms. And I'm thinking as a little kid, like, what we about to do with these cans and all that? Your granddad was talking to us. He was, telling us about football and all like that. So from generation to generation, it's being passed down. And you were actually blessed because your parents are both athletes. So it's in your DNA and it's in your genes. And I know you're going to succeed, man. And I just want to say I'm proud of you. And thank you for taking the time to let me interview you.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to stop recording.